Okay. There we are. Well, hello, Anne.
Is it okay that I put my camera on, or do you want me to be my picture again?
No, actually, I'm so glad you're here.
Is it working?
It is working, and um, actually, I think it'd be great if Silva joined us too.
Some friends of mine just drove up in the car next door.
There we go. And I don't know why my camera is not on. That's gonna make it a little difficult.
It's that music for Ann thing. This is Lynn, my treasurer. Hi.
Hey, hi.
So I'll be in shortly. Okay. In an hour. But that's okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. So can you guys see me? I don't think you can see me.
I can see you just fine.
Okay.
Uh,
Not anymore. Now I
can
can.
see you now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Another new feature of Zoom. I get to learn stuff all the time. Okay, so the three of us are here. I just want to welcome everyone to a show for Ann Johnson Stewart and Ann's show that her campaign run for the Minnesota State Senate District 44. So it's so great to be here with you and being, playing this music. I also want to introduce Silva, who is performing tonight with me. Not with me, but also on the same, virtual stage. So
Yep.
thank you for allowing us to do this.
Thank you.
Well,
for
thank
having
you
me.
for doing it. Oh, sorry, Silva.
No, I was just saying thank you. We're all saying thank you. So just showing our gratitude, I guess.
Yeah. So, these shows are, we've done a bunch of them. It's for Face the Music. And we've been doing shows across the country in competitive and important state legislative races. And yeah, yours is really important, Anne. And we're, so enthusiastic about your race and all the platforms that, you're running on. So, hey, it'll be a lot of fun for us to have a chat about that tonight. And, so I'm going to play some songs and then we'll bring you back up in a little bit.
Sounds wonderful,
Okay.
guys. See you later. See you soon.
So we're Ann and I are going to try something a little different. And I think you're going to be here while I play, right?
I am, and I promise not to sing along.
Well, if you sing, I would be pleased if you would sing some of these songs, especially the last one. Maybe we'll try to do a sing along, although sing alongs on these Zoom things don't really work very well. But
You know what? I'm going to put my face off while you're singing, and then I'll come back on after you're
okay.
done.
That sounds like a good plan. I'll bring you back on when I'm done with this song.
All
So
right, great.
this first song is I normally have an introduction for the song where I talk about a UK artist named Billy Bragg, and he has this thing that he does in a lot of his shows and about empathy. And I think I need to say something a little different this time. Is that we have a lot of problems in our country right now, and if we had more empathy for people who are in a different position than all of us, like we all have our own perspective on things, it might be a better place. So this song I wrote through someone else's eyes, and I think music is a great way, any kind of creative art is a great way to build empathy. Let fool again, let love slip through my hands again. There we go again. Feel I've lost my best friend. I never learned, but I ask why. Oh, it's burning One can't love enough for two. I tried so hard. I tried everything. I cried so hard. I gave you everything. So concerned, was it a lie? Then you turned, didn't say goodbye. No matter what we feel, or what we go through, one can't love enough for two. We cross our lines, we dot our T's. We pass our time so foolishly. Oh, never learn. Some ask why, then we'll learn after we die. No matter what we feel, no matter what we do, one can't love enough for two. No matter what we feel, no matter what we do, one can't love enough for two.
Beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's an old song. That's the I think it's the only old song I'm going to do tonight. But yeah, um, I think that was this song where I first realized what songwriting was about. You know, because you're not really writing about yourself; you're writing about someone else, and it changes things when you start thinking about things and you really put yourself in someone else's place.
Yeah, no kidding. And that's what we need more politicians to do right now. We've seen the heart go out of so many legislatures, and that makes me sad. I think we need to care for each other. So,
Yeah, and you know what? It's I mean it is a challenge. I mean for all of us to think about someone else's experience, and then like I mean there's points, there's like moments where something happens in the media, and all of a sudden we're we could see the family that's suffering. We could see the person who's having some kind of problem, or some whatever it might be. But really, that's just a moment, and to really put yourself in someone's position, that's hard. It's real. I don't minimize that, but we do need politicians to do it. I totally agree.
hmm
You know,
hmm
I think Democrats. I don't. Democrats certainly don't have a like the only ones, but the platform itself, like it really, to me, I'm attracted to the platform because of the idea of having empathy for others. Equality, like really striving for equality, not achieving it, but striving for it.
right.
That's the right direction.
Yeah, lifting everybody. I think we have so much abundance in this country. If we can't lift everyone, then I don't want to live here. I don't know that there's any compassionate conservatives left. That used to be a thing, where people were still compassionate but still had conservative views. And now I don't see that. So I want to bring compassion to my district and share what we have with other people. I can't find a hole in that.
Yeah, yeah. And
Play your
uh,
next song.
sing the next song. Okay, okay. So this next song,
No,
I,
no, no.
I
I seem to have caught you off guard. So
no, no, no,
play
no,
some
no.
more.
Actually, I was contemplating compassion, and like, and I think compassion and empathy, they go hand in hand, and so that's very true. So I haven't played this song in any of these shows, and I run it. This song is a more recent song, and I really wanted to play it for you and for because um, I just thought it was like the right time to play this song. When I was very young, I was like, I think I was 9. My parents invited these 5 couples to come over our small apartment in North Miami, and and that small group of people created the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Um,
Wow.
yeah, it was quite remarkable. My dad left his job and became executive director. My mom became the president, and the next 10 years of our life were just everything that was talked about in our house, everything, the politics, the intrigue, the what the ways to go raise money, the ways to what is the right. There's so much of it was just we were consumed with this thing that was created, and what I realized is that a small group of people can have a lasting impact. That was kind of the thing. So
Yep.
all
Truth.
right, so here's the song.
Right.
You can make this world a better place and do it with style and grace. Just choose your words precisely with care. Sprinkle some love and be aware. Ladybugs get bloom that day, and then she'd fly away. Simply look around, think about what you see, then you can judge without certainty. A half cup of doubt, but know that you can blend in some hope. That makes my hand. Ladybugs get along that day. That she'd fly away. We used to laugh almost every day. Maybe that's enough to remember her that way. That's what my mom taught me in life. You can make the world one thing at a time.
Yay.
Yay! Yeah. So that was another song where I wrote that through. I was what I thought my mom would say about the time that we're in. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a hard time to go through. I had a hard time getting motivated today. But the only thing we can do is try to make a difference. So we got
You
to
know,
vote.
I'm really glad, like talked about, you mentioned motivation and heart, having a tough time getting, just getting started. I get the feeling that a lot of people are overwhelmed with the negative. And, you
Hmm.
know, um, the thing that I've learned in, you know, the, the activism over the last 3.5 years is the base of what I think helps cure not just others but also myself. I mean, like you running for office. I mean, uh, you have a chance to make a real difference, and it's not just you, of course. So there's a ton of people. This is the thing I've learned so much about campaigns. There's so many people in the background that don't really, people get to see normally: the campaign manager, the
Right.
field director, the finance guy, all the volunteers, I mean, there's like, but the fact that you kind of started this process just like my parents started the process with that foundation. you know that's really a way to get through this, is to just make that first phone call and help a campaign or something like that.
That's so true. I decided to run last June. Well, I started thinking about running in June, decided to run in August, kicked off my campaign in October. I could have never thought that our world would get quite so crazy, with COVID and racial injustice really coming to a head, and people losing their jobs, and people losing health care because we tie health care to employment here. I had no idea that all of these really critical problems would come up. And if I win, I'm going to be one of those people to solve it. I was just running because I was sick of the same old stuff. Well, now we have all this new stuff. And it has occurred to me so many times, wow, I am here exactly where I'm supposed to be. I don't know why, but these are my problems to solve. And we need kind, empathetic, caring people to solve them. And that's why it's so important in Minnesota. The Democrats take over control of the legislature because we need to give people health care. We need to help people out of unemployment. We need to make sure that schools are safe. And it's really I feel caught in a whirlwind, but I also feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. So many of us had no idea this was in store. And here we are.
Yeah, here we are. And like, if I wind back the clock 3.5 years, I don't even know. I mean, I know that this is a admission of ignorance, but I didn't even know what a state legislature did. But it turns out that the state legislature in every state, that the state legislatures pass 22 times more laws than the federal government. I mean, those laws have a personal impact on people.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Without
it's
a
crazy.
question. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so you mentioned the not knowing what you're gonna get into. So what was the original, like, you didn't like how things were. So was there something very specific that got you motivated
To run.
to run to do
So,
that crazy thing?
yeah, there's two things. One got me interested and one pushed me over the ledge. So the one that got me interested enough to start inquiring about how to run and who could do that and what I needed to equip myself with was the state of our state's infrastructure. So I'm a civil engineer, and I actually am really passionate about roads and bridges and sewers and water and all of those things that civil engineers are responsible for that help protect our quality of life. I have done volunteer work with Engineers Without Borders in other countries where they don't have clean water. And where you don't have clean water or sanitation, you don't have good infant mortality rates. You don't have people succeeding. You don't have healthy children. So it's such a critical thing. We take it for granted in our United States and in Minnesota, and I'm mad because if we wait too much longer, our infrastructure is going to start to fail. So that got me kind of revved up and wanting to run. I really didn't want to interrupt my life too much until we had two mass shootings on the same night on August 3rd, one in Dayton, Ohio, and one in the Walmart in El Paso. And that happened on a Saturday. And Sunday morning, I was looking through my phone at the victims' faces. You know, they were all ages, but really a lot of them were my daughter's age. I have two daughters in their 20s. And I just was so enraged thinking, we have got to do something. And I literally visioned myself standing on the edge of a cliff, like ready to go. And there was this massive, huge group of people saying, if you run, we will help you win. And it was so visual, just this trust leap. And I just fell, and I called immediately and I told the DFL I'm running. And from there on, I really did have that huge group behind me. So it was really literally the straw that broke the camel's back. Was massive, repeated, same old stuff, different day, gun violence. And we have a Senate controlled by Republicans in Minnesota. They wouldn't even hear the simplest gun reform laws. So we're going to change that. And we're going to change it state by state if we can't see it happening at the federal level.
That's right. And that's where we're going to make the changes. And the changes are going to happen, in 2021, and it's going to happen state by state. And we've already proved it. We've proved it in states that have, not restrictive, but common sense laws. And the homicide rates, the suicide rates, mortality is down by gun deaths in all of those states. So, so we could save lives and make it safer. It's just, it's kind of crazy. And the other thing, so let me ask you a question. You said something about, gun violence is one of the things that's motivated me to actually write music and actually do this. That was one of the things that motivated me. But I have a question. Is there, about the infrastructure investments, is there one road, one intersection that just pisses people off? Is there like one place that you could say, that's what I'm going to fix?
Oh, well, we've done a good job in Minnesota of really, we have a road that goes right through my district that over time the DOT has really increased the width, so we don't have as much congestion. But in Minnesota, the thing we rant against is the pothole. So the proverbial pothole, we have them everywhere. And the reality is engineers have been patching potholes and kind of patching our infrastructure because we don't have the money to invest in new roads. And that's frustrating.
It's very
frustrating. We're going to rally against the pothole.
Okay, I love that. It's a very specific, it's like, obviously, infrastructure is not simplistic, but when you have that one thing you could focus on, I think it then wraps people's head around, okay, we can fix that.
I'm gonna write that down. Yep. Rally against the pothole.
Rally against the pothole. We don't want your car to be swallowed by a pothole. Everybody's had that experience.
Minnesota.
Driving down the road, especially in states with snow, and all of a sudden, yeah.
Without a question. So we have congestion issues. We're starting to catch up to California. But we also have just really, it's a harsh environment for road materials. So
yeah, I saw that as part of your platform, and I was like, so in working with a lot of state legislative candidates, especially in competitive races, healthcare and education are kind of like the staple. Those are the things that we've underinvested in. We've not been able to, with smart folks in state legislatures, we can fix those problems. But the thing that kind of attracted me, it sounds kind of weird, was the infrastructure and transportation topic, because I really think that is something that people can, they could see that there's very concrete progress.
Yeah, part of the fun.
Progress. Write that down. I made that up on the fly.
But here's the thing: the way that I think everybody can relate to transportation is, good infrastructure doesn't only mean quality of life in relationship to sanitation and water, but if you have good road systems, you have a higher quality of life because you're not spending your time in traffic. And when I think of my California friends and how many hours of their life is spent in traffic, that's a quality of life issue. So if we can be smart and figure out ways to ease congestion or put people on buses or light rail, then that's time in our life that we're not sitting there listening to the radio, which is a great way to spend time, but I'd rather be with my children or my husband or reading or something else.
Yeah,
So you're right. Transportation is a core requirement of every one of us, unless we want to live from home and walk everywhere. And it's just not possible. And so that's an easy thing for people to relate to.
absolutely. I totally agree. And the other thing, of course, when we, focus on mass transit solutions, it has an important connection to another issue that you're focused on, which we even talked about a while ago, a long time ago now because of all of the technical issues, but
That's okay.
climate change.
Yes. So climate change is another big problem. Here in Minnesota, our Republican-controlled Senate won't hear any legislation or proposals or even holding hearings on climate change or on ways that we can incentivize renewable energy at a state level. And actually, my first degree is in environmental engineering. I have a passion for cleaning up the environment, and we must do it. I have I have baby grandchildren, and I'm sure I have some who aren't born yet. We have to make sure that there's a world for them, or air to breathe and trees. And this is something that we are beyond the point of emergency. We must do something.
We must do something.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, okay, so that's going to bring me to a song
Good.
because I purposely was thinking, okay, I got to play this song. This is also a new song. It's going to be on this album, and this song was inspired by there's a couple parks real close to my house, and I was looking around at all these animals, and I realized how vulnerable they are to climate change, and how much that's an analogy for all of us. So, with some friends that helped write this song, and there's a really kind of fun animated video for it, which I probably need to do a better job sharing, but I really like this. So here's a roly poly. Sitting in the garden shed, there's a roly poly over there, touching many roses into a ball. There's no plan before the roly poly. Got a feeling we're headed for a fall. Rising tides will sink our shores. Bumblebees will buzz no more. Butterflies won't have a place to rest. Sink or swim, we still care. The roly poly will still be there. People say we've done our very best. The garden crews all our food. The roly poly lives there too. Like me and you, he wants grandkids too. Do I choose to sit and wait? Where the choices that we make, is there something more that we can do? Can I make a difference? What happens next? Yeah, there's some things I could do. Rising tides will sink our shores. Bumblebees will buzz no more. Butterflies won't have a place to rest. Sink or swim, we still care. Yeah.
Sad.
Sad. Kind of like a upbeat sounding song, but yeah, it's, uh, I think if we don't do something, I don't think we can handle what's coming next, but we still are in a window. Maybe there's certain levels of carbon that we can't stop at this point, but we could stop catastrophic climate change. We could still do that, you know?
I hope so. Right now, we have hurricanes, we have fires, we have flooding, we have derecho in Iowa.
Yeah.
There's going to be less and less places for us to escape to. But you're right, we must change. We've got to start doing something. We
And
can't give up. The alternative is horrific. We
and
can't.
it's but the arguments I've heard about not doing something, or I mean, it's an economic opportunity, and that's what really is the most frustrating thing. Like the our country has lost an opportunity
Yes.
To take advantage of being a leader economically in this change. Forget about everything else. I mean, like I was in technology for many years, and you take advantage of trends. That's what you do.
Yeah.
And so, and again, the state is a great place to make those. Whether it's tax breaks or it's incentives for companies. Yeah. So we need Democrats. I mean, I hate to say
Yes.
it, but yeah.
I've seen it. I've been lucky enough to take students on trips over to Europe. And in Europe, they figured this out. They have figured out ways to mandate renewable energy.
Yeah.
And because it's mandated, there's been innovation and engineering to figure it out. Until we mandate it, there's no incentive.
Right. That's exactly right. Yeah. And I really believe that with all the chaos, all the negative things that are happening right now, it is a moment that we can shift, we can course correct. If we all step up and we, just like that song says, we kind of think of the things that we can do individually, we can make a difference. And I mean, that seems to be a theme, right?
Yeah.
We can make a difference, but we all have to kind of move in the same direction.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, and we have to acknowledge that it's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do two more songs, and so
Okay.
here's the deal. There's one song I'd like to play that was written during the pandemic. My wife is managing a campaign in Arizona, and so I get a little bit of visibility how crazy it is to work in a campaign. And boy, the people who work in campaigns, like your campaign manager Nate, work really hard. The people who volunteer, they put in so many hours. But here's what I've learned, Ms. Johnson Stewart, is that what you'll talk about all the what motivated you to run. You'll talk about your platform things, but what you won't say most likely is when you run, you take away time from your family, and you take away time from the your nights and your weekends. I mean, your career, basically you can't have a career and run for office, and then you if you win, it definitely changes the trajectory of your career. It's not like a financially sound decision. It's not you're gonna make a lot of money running for a state legislative seat. So yeah, it's crazy, right?
It is crazy, and I feel very blessed, and I don't use that word lightly. I feel very privileged, and I do use that word very heavily, that I'm at a point in my life where I can afford to run. I mean, I
Yes.
have built a successful business. I am married to a husband who still works, but that's one thing that's wrong with our political system is we've seen it at the federal level. Only the very rich people can serve in Congress, and that's not how it should be. That's not what we ever intended. So it's unfortunate, and maybe that's something we need to change too, is make sure that everybody who wants to be a legislature has the ability to do that.
Well, there are definitely limitations to I feel the same way. I had a career in tech, and I'm able to play music now. And I'm doing this, and so I totally understand the privilege and how heavy a word that is. And you know, when you don't pay state legislators enough money, that is another form of voter suppression. Just another form. So, and maybe folks are not like also aware of one other thing, and I'll just mention this real quickly, is that that this is an important year, not just because of the presidential election, not just because of, but it's also the census. So everybody should fill out the census, and that triggers redistricting, redrawing those lines, both for the state and the congressional districts, and they stay in place for a decade. So if we need to flip the Senate, so gerrymandering doesn't continue, right? Yeah. All right. Well, you're on mute.
Yes, we need to flip.
Okay. So I'm going to do one more song, and I'm going to do one more song, and then we're going to bring Silva up. I'm really excited about Silva. But before I play that song, I also want to say that if anybody volunteers for your campaign based on this show, if anybody donates to your campaign based on the show, I will have a bundle of songs that I'll give to anybody, whatever they donate, whatever time they want to volunteer for the campaign. You know, some of the songs from my new album and some older songs. I'd be happy to do that.
Excellent. Thank you, Pete.
So
That's
this
awesome.
is my subtle way to kind of encourage people to get engaged. I'm gonna tell you all, it's time to kick your ass in gear. It's time to tear down feet. Do something now. The morning has arrived. We can tell we're alive. And there's no this about. Do something now. It's time we do something. Do something. Do something now. Do something. Do something. Do something now. Don't just bitch and moan. Time to get out the door. To the shore, just knock on doors. It's forward. Oh, it's time we do something. Do something. Do something now. Do something. Do something. Do something now. Polar bears can't swim forever. Guns kill 7 kids today. 10 more lies in. He's obviously a Russian spy. Women's rights are being stripped away. It's time we do something, do something, do something now. 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 I'm gonna tell you all, it's time to kick your ass in gear. All right. All right, so, woo!
I love it. Kick your ass in gear. Let's do something.
Time to do something. And we all do something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, so this has been really like so much fun. This is so different, and it's just, you know, been fun to talk, and you know, I might just do this more often because this is a lot of fun to do it this way.
Well, you didn't get to sing as much though, so I'm sorry for that.
Oh no, I think I there was one song I didn't play, but that's okay. Actually, the one song, you know, I'm doing this because, you know, I want you to be able to get some words out there, and that's cool.
Well, thank you, and I am going to be quiet and listen to Silva because she didn't have any pre-talking with me, so she didn't know that arrangement. So I'll be quiet for her part.
Well, so anyway, I am so excited about Silva. So Silva, if you're not familiar with Silva, she was born in Australia, but her family is originally from Hungary, which is, so we have something, she and I have something in common. My family was originally from Hungary as well. But the thing that really drew me to Silva was her dedication to all the activism that she does. Humanitarian, environmental, gender issues, homeless issues, education, wildlife. I mean, the thing about Silva is, and you just may not get a sense of it, but she uses her art and her time for really good causes. So let's bring Silva out, and Silva's got a sound a little bit different than what I was doing, and I'm really excited about that. So, all right, Silva, where are you?
Yay, Silva!
There's Silva. Woo!
I'm here. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Anne. I appreciate you having me on the show, and just listening to your conversation a little earlier on the show. It is really wonderful to be a part of this positive initiative, and I'm happy to be here. And
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely, my pleasure. And I just want to say that I'm just so grateful to be living in this day and age where, we're making progress into closing in on the gap and reaching a balance in equality. So, Pete mentioned earlier that, equality and is just one of the many things that I am very passionate about and support. And, in other parts of the world, in other countries, we have women prime ministers and representatives who are successfully leading their countries. And I'm just excited to see a growing population of women here in the United States that are, pursuing government and public services. So, Anne, you go, girl. I strongly resonate with your initiatives. You have a lot of great initiatives, and one of the ones that I'm really passionate about is healthcare. I think that healthcare is a fundamental human right. Everyone deserves quality healthcare. And I think regardless of political views, we can all agree on that as a human race. And I applaud your efforts in raising consciousness about that issue that so many Americans right now are facing, especially in this time of pandemic. Anyways, I'm going to get to my songs in just a minute.
Let's hear the music.
Yeah.
All right.
I've actually handpicked a selection of my original songs to perform tonight that speaks to the energy of the times that we're living in right now. I'd like to start with a song that basically it's a reminder to us all that, despite the inundation of daily divisiveness that consumes us in this country, we all have the ability to put our differences aside and just come together to create positive change for everyone, which is, what you guys were just talking about. So on that note, I would like to start with my first song, which is called Undivided. Sorry, I'm working on a couple of screens here. I'm my own sound person today. So, all right, let's do it. Okay. Light me up, you do this to me when I'm around you. I hear your voice, everything fades out. I can't explain, it's magical. You pull me in, I want to disappear. With you beside me, running free, well, time flies. I realize there's only one thing in this world. I'm blinded, I'm reminded that we are undivided. Time flies, I realize there's only one thing in this world. I'm blinded, I'm reminded that we are undivided. Okay, so that was Undivided. The next song is about taking action, which we also spoke about earlier, in a time of uncertainty and just doing what we can to create a positive future, which is imperative. One step at a time, one day at a time. And this one is called Every Moment. Nothing seems like it is real. How am I supposed to feel? The picture is changing every moment, like a kaleidoscope, like autumn leaves on a tray, colors transforming every moment, climbing a mountain, towering over me, in search of a fountain to set me free. Every moment is passing by, but the future's open to fly. And what seems broken is fictional. I'm living, breathing in every moment. My reflection is a projection of every moment leading up to today. I've climbed a mountain towering over me. I found the fountain to set me free. Every moment is passing by, but the future's open to fly. And what seems broken is fictional. I'm living, breathing in every moment. I'm reaching to the top. I'm deep in, can't turn away, and the ticking of the clock getting louder. Just stop. Nothing seems like it is real. Every moment is passing by. The future's open. It's open to fight. What seems broken is fictional. I'm living, breathing every moment. Nothing seems like it is real. Well, ain't that true? Nothing seems like it is real. Well, some things do, but we sure live in unreal times. So moving on. When the world shut down in mid-March this year, it created a lot of confusion and fear. And I mean, still to this day, 6 months down the track, a lot of us are still separated from our loved ones and our families and our friends and colleagues. So it's just so important to be doing whatever we possibly can to stay connected, just like this, whether it's Facebook Live or, Zoom chats, they become super popular. Just doing whatever we can to stay connected and letting our friends and loved ones and families know that we love them and we're there for them, and to fill in those gaps of not seeing each other. Music is a universal language, and it has the power to unite us. And it's my hope that this next song will inspire anyone out there who is afraid and alone right now, and just to let you know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. So let's just keep that hope alive. It's important. And this song on that note is called United. very quiet. Let's take a swig. It's just water. Okay. Let's do it. This is a new one. Daydream about a day I remember when I was free as a bird. I'd come and I'd go, but then isolated from the world I know, and every day flies by so slow, missing you face to face. United we are one, distance won't break our bond, 'cause we are stronger together. Overnight our lives turned upside down. Streets used to overflow, now they're ghost town. Isolated from society, giving me straight up anxiety. I just wanna see your face. United we are one, distance won't break our bond, 'cause we are stronger together. United we are one, distance won't break our bond, 'cause we are stronger together. I know that in the end we'll see the light. The fire within us ignites, burns bright. United we are one, distance won't break our bond, 'cause we are stronger together. United we are one, distance won't break our bond, 'cause we are stronger together. Daydream about a day I remember well. Okay. So I'd like to take this opportunity to give a shout out to all the parents out there who are homeschooling their kids, our essential workers who are out there doing what needs to be done. Super appreciative, and especially the our frontline medical workers who are going over and beyond to do their part in getting us through this crisis. And sorry. So yeah, that's super important. And I dedicate this song to all of you guys, and it's called Fighter. So this is the last song. All right. Come on. What if we had the voice to make a difference? What if we had the chance to make a change? What if we had no fear at all amongst us? What if we had the strength
fighter for what's right. The flame is burning bright. My days of being alone are gone. I found the strength to keep moving on. Now won't you take my hand? It's time to make a stand. I'm not giving up, I'm strong. I found a place where I belong. I'm moving on. Won't you take my hand? It's time to make a stand. I'm not giving up, I'm strong. I found a place where I belong.
So, guys, that's it for this performance.
Woo!
Yay!
I just want to finish on the note that we're all very well aware of. Currently, we are living in some of the toughest times of our lives, even our grandparents' lives. And it's just imperative to stay positive and optimistic and hopeful. So, Anne, I wish you a very successful campaign. I hope you get all the support and just all the recognition that you deserve, because you really have a great heart and you have an awesome intention in so many different aspects. So
Thank
my
you.
fingers and toes are crossed for you. I'd also like to give a quick shout out to my co-writer and co-producer in the world of music, Chris Landon, whom I collaborated on with all the songs that you heard today. So Chris, you're up. Love you. And it's been an absolute pleasure to perform for you guys today. And Pete, I thank you again for having me on your show. And I send much love and light and just peace to everyone out there who's listening and who's joined us tonight. Much gratitude. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
Silva.
you.
Great songs. Just you sounded great. Just, you know, totally awesome. And I also wanted to thank, my friend Linda and Jen. Kind of appeared and disappeared, but there are lots of people in the background who, there's Jen, woo, yeah, and who put a lot of work into making these shows happen. And then, you know, also there's lots of people on the campaign who help Anne's race, and just, you know, it's a one person who's like in the limelight, but there's a lot of people who make it all happen. So
That's true. Yep. So
Go
thank you
win.
so much.
Yes.
Thank you. What a fun night. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so
I
much.
got out of the car so you can see how beautiful it is here.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful night.
Thanks, Anne.
And thank
All
you,
right.
everybody, for watching. And go help Anne's campaign. Donate, volunteer, and get engaged. Thank you, everybody.
Phone calls. All
Phone
right.
calls.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
guys. Bye-bye.
All right.